And we're waiting for some bananas. I see Monkey Ben, Billman68, Sharu Manaru, Big Popper House, Wobsonada Lego 2, Matt Ratzer, Matt Space Warrior 58, Darth Pietor, Lucaro 1357, It's Mart 06, Footlong Hawk, and that's it. The bananas are off the top of the screen. Those are all the names I can read. Excuse me. Looks like we got... Sorry, adjusting my microphone here. Looks like we've got a lot of excited peeps that are ready for some banana time. Banana time? It's like hammer time, but with bananas. My friends, we are going to be building today and working a little bit on AE2. I had some time to think about some building materials. Yes, I did. I always type in the wrong one. I always stop and think, and then I end up typing in the wrong one. Do we have any dark oak wood planks? Yes. Yes, we do. We also got things here that we picked up from around the base. Man, what a messy inventory. Let's just plop them in this corner. We had those two things as well. And what I'm looking for here as we start the stream is some dark oak planks. Not a lot to begin with. And some spruce planks, because I was thinking the materials that we use so far over here, this ain't really fitting in too well, is it? Now if we chuck that in, oh, it's ever so slightly different. That might be perfect for a little bit of texture variation. As for this idea of having this flow around, I don't think it works there. But around here, let's try spruce. I think spruce is nicer. Or maybe a mixture of both, like that. Let's actually just have both. Why not? That's kind of nice. Do we have any of that glowing glass? We do. I feel like this thing was going to go to the top, but maybe we should just have it like that. That's much nicer if you ask me. So we got those early Minecraft stream noises in the ear. Minecraft Top 8 is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. SPTN125 has subscribed. SatanisticAngel is here for 2 months saying, another month, yay, I can't wait to make more fan art. Awesome, can't wait to see it. Be sure to tweet it at me. Sunny the Bosk is here resubscribing for 3 months saying, happy 3 months. Hey X, I just wanted to let you know, would you be playing Doom 64 as well as Eternal Doom? As Doom 64 is a pre-order bonus for Eternal. Oh, well, let's make a note. After the stream, pre-order Eternal then. I brought Doom 64 and I tried to play it on my old Nintendo 64, but I didn't have an adapter for my TV. And apparently it's very difficult to get your hands on the particular one I needed. So I never got to play it. Now let's have a little guess in chat. What hot drink do I have next to me? If you were in yesterday's stream, you know, I think you'll have a good chance at guessing what the drink of choice I have for today is. I think you'll have a pretty good chance, you know. That, my friends, is perfect. That's just what this place needs. Teeny tiny bit of randomization down there. Meat stock? No. Broth again? Yeah, broth. Stock cubes. Not Bovril. It is vegetable stock. So let's have a little sip together. Oh, my word, it's so delicious. Oh, listen to those slurpy noises. Oh, my goodness me, that's tasty. Whew. Whew. That's very nice. That is very nice. So let's go just chop out a few more planks in this area, and whatever happened to my villager? It went inside of a trader, didn't it? Yeah, that's the way to go, just to variate it up a little bit. So we need to plan out what's going to be in this area, and it's always tricky to get going with these projects, but I do have some ideas. I kind of wanted to put down some support pillars around this, but because we've already got that over there, I don't think that's going to work. Now, introducing new materials, if we put a trim of spruce up here, I think it will really help with the flatness of this roof. Let's go ahead. Let's actually cut out all of this here. And that'll help a fair bit. I'm wondering if I should get a beacon and put it in the area so I can have haste here as well. What do you think, peeps? That'd be a good idea? Yeah, maybe this thing should just be... I don't know, I kind of like it like that. Let's also wrap it around the front side. Yeah, we're going to need loads of these slabs to build this base. So let's make some more. Also, gonna need those slabs. Got one little gap over here to fill in, haven't we? Somewhere around here. Shenanigans says, would be easy. Do you have enough blocks of ore though? Oh, right. Yeah, we should get a quarry first. I wouldn't. That is a good point. A very good point. Okay. Didn't want those to accidentally vein mine some other stuff as well, you know. Wrong one. So yeah, what are we thinking about doing? Quarry, AE2? I think we need AE2 before a quarry. Although we could try and make a quarry and just make it so that all the materials it produces doesn't go into our storage system straight away, because that's kind of what I'm worried about, it becoming a problem. Okay, so I've been doing this with the spruce wood here. We had a little bit more depth and shape, sort of. So let's go ahead and treat this like it's a block section that goes across in a square around this room. I don't know where it will meet up with what we got behind me though, because we already built a fair bit of that. But we'll bring it along. So it goes as far as there, and then it goes this direction. And do you know what? I think it'll work actually. I think that's going to fit in really well. You should do AE2, says V Holtz. Yes. Should we wait for Cuplex's assistance first of all, you know? I almost said Cupfan. Average Martin is here for 18 months saying Twitch baby number 2. Keep up the amazing streams to feed those 2 babies, X. Thanks for the streams, my dude. Excuse me, that was definitely a burp. That I held. That was a mouth burp. You know what a mouth burp is, right? Oh god, we're talking about disgusting stuff again. Thank you ever so much, Average Martin. I've just finished eating. Today I had breakfast with salad and porridge. Not together. Oh, what are you thinking of? What on earth are you thinking of? Had an egg, a yogurt. Then I had enchiladas for lunch out of the freezer. Oh, absolutely gorgeous they were. They're so nice when they're freshly cooked. They're also nice after being frozen. I felt very lucky to be eating such beautiful food. Then I had myself a pancake and a protein bar as a snack. Pancake with loads of peanut butter on. And then in the evening I had myself a mushroom stir-fry fry-up. It was good. Good day eating, right? Was it a blueberry pancake, says Clarisse? Oh my word, I'll tell ya. Okay? End of the week, because today I finished setting up some furniture and my telly and getting my telly up and running. I am going to enjoy a big fat curry and sit down and watch a movie. Okay? I haven't done anything. Like, I haven't watched anything. Panda Star says, I thought you were calorie counting. I calorie counted all of it. I always calorie count, apart from when I don't. But, hey, am I out of spruce? I'm probably out of spruce, aren't I? We gotta get some spruce up in here. I'm trying to turn it into a song, but it doesn't really sound that good. Keto pancakes are delicious, says Adam Arts. I saw a recipe for that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. No carbs. Like, that's the majority of what a regular pancake is. I would love to try one of those. So where are we at? Not using that right now. Well, look, we've got some space cleared basically, so we can go and mine some spruce. And we've got to make windows over here. So much to be done when building a base. So much to be done. Yeah, I have 94 saplings, says Panda Star. I've also got a forest I can demolish. Oh, that's some delicious, delicious drink. What is that? What is that right there, my friends? I've got a feeling this is useless. I feel like I've encountered this in modded before. Also, I might make a thumbnail out of this. You know, why not? If it turns out to be interesting. Ah! Cobwebs! If that's the thumbnail. If you tuned in on the second channel. Oh, I wonder what this is about. It was about cobwebs. Netherrack says Cuplex is best. Is Cuplex here? You're going to stroke his ego. Okay, we got dark oak wood here. We'll pick up a little bit of that. Hey, 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 stay away. I got a shuriken. Don't hit me, I'm mining a block. Yes, yes. All the things. Oh, get wrecked in the face. Oh, you're hurting. You're hurting. I think I'm just going to use this thing because it's faster, right? Even though we're vein mining. I'm running through, I'm chopping trees. Don't look at me, ow. Okay, I got a few. I got a few. Now it's onto the spruce wood. Spruce a wood. Oh, I hear bad things. We can just fly upwards whenever there's something bad here. How is he flying? That's the #1 question. I got an angel ring. That's how we got flight in modded. It was quite the shenanigan. To get it, that was. Oh look, there's loads of chickens over here. Speaking of the angel ring, how long did we spend looking for chickens, you know? We should have gone in this direction. Note for future self. If you need chickens, they're over here. Don't forget it. Or they'll call you a derp. Right, you remember last time I said we'd never need to come here for more spruce wood again? We're never going to need to come here for more spruce wood again, are we? Look how much we collected. There's no way this could possibly run out. No way. Waiting for some derpex, says Brain. Well, you could call it a derp that I'm back here, because I said we'd never need to come here again. Anyway, let's fly back to our dungeon. No, our base. Oh, it's absolutely delicious, this vegetable stock stuff. They'll call you a deep regardless, says Big Papa House. They'll call me a deep? What do you mean they'll call me a deep? That sounds kind of weird. X, where you at, says Brain? I'm at my base. Or at least coming back to it. It's looking alright, we just got to keep working on those structures, you know? Those striggity structures. Assuming you fixed the floor with the wrong slab, use dark oak. Oh no, 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 that was intentional. Like it's to create variation, a very subtle shift in the floor texture. It's a good old building trick. I can't double click this stuff in, that annoys me. That can go in. And that one. Okay, so I'm literally just going to make a stupid amount of slabs. Because everything is ridiculously easy to get. And you know, how many did I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, jeez. Overkill. So from down here, structurally, it really does look like these are kind of the deal, right? Now, could we perhaps put something... What wood is that again? That's good old wisdom wood. We probably need to plant more saplings of the old wisdom wood. Oh, that being said, we've actually got redonkulous amounts of it, but if there's nothing planted, we'll plant wisdom wood. And I'm going to do it like that just because I want to. Yay! A sort of pattern or something. Okay, so if we were to put this sort of in the same place on this side over here, it would be right... Ooh, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh. Oh, I took out the wrong... Wait a minute, do I actually have any wisdom wood logs? Yes, I did. We would be, if we were to do something parallel, so 1, 2, and then that. So it would be 1, 2, and then I'll put it in the right spot. It would almost kind of line up with this entrance a bit, which I don't think is too bad. And I feel like that's kind of important that we do that. Fills up some space in a way that's probably not going to get used by anything else, right? Yeah, and then these go 1 block higher, although you can't actually see them. As for having this, so 3 blocks across, 1, 2, 3, it would, I think, really spoil the vibe of that. So that I think is kind of nice. We're not going to put them on that side because it'll mess with the view, I think, but we'll definitely have them over here. So if we look at where we're at, we're going in, yeah, that one. So 1, 2, and then 2 deep, essentially. Am I doing that right? There it is. Portal is in the perfect position. Please don't move it. I love the aesthetic, says Shalalligans. Yeah, moving that now might be a really good idea, you know? Because it don't belong there, really, does it? It just don't belong there. Cool, so that's looking good. One of the things I wanted to do with the ceiling was create like a mirror for this with some glass. Oh, absolutely delicious. Temp1029 is here for 43 months saying thanks for the awesome months of content, X. Read out loud only if you want to. Okay. Hang on, let me read this properly. Okay, I don't know. I'll think about that. Maybe Cube Hamster. The question is if I could pick anyone to play Minecraft again who doesn't play it anymore. King Daddy D-Mac, basically any of the hermits that I, you know, used to play with. And then they moved on from Minecraft, right? Because I love all the hermits. And, you know, some people moved on. They stopped playing Minecraft, and that's fine. And, you know, it'd always be awesome to play with them again. So we'll put that in for now. And continue to work on building up this shape. I like this a lot. It does actually make me wonder if maybe we should just remove these pillars, but I think I'm going to keep them. You know, asymmetry brings about, or like, I don't know if it's asymmetry or not, but you know, that stuff does bring about a little bit of charm with it. Even if not the craziest thing ever. So, now what I think we're going to do is maybe put in some dark oak of that height. It's so finicky. Ah, it lets you break the slab. That's cool. Okay, now what we have to do is be cautious of the floor. So we are in front of the glass there. I think it's actually, it just happens to line up perfectly the way I've made that shape. None of this will overhang the glass. So we have dark oak and then we're going to have glass blocks all the way across this section. And that will become part of the floor of this middle area. This dark oak material might actually change based on what the floor is going to be. So let's not get too attached to it now, you know. So then we need some glass. Hopefully we've got some of that because I remember cooking some up. No, we got none. Great. Absolutely none. Let's make sure we got some, you know. Maybe there was some that was chiseled. Surely we can't have none. I mean, that's not even glass. That's thickened glass, peeps. It's thick. No, they're all... Yeah, they're all different types. Huh. Well, there you go. We got a noise in the ear from Catkin63 for 32 months saying, only good thing about being sick is catching a stream to resub. Sorry to hear you're sick, dude. I hope you can relax and take it easy and get better soon, my dude. Thank you for your resub. We also got Syntax Error 37 for 35 months in a row. Getting close to that 37th month, my friend. Appreciate ya. Scorpy Love says, how will you access the upper portion of your base? I got flight. But it's a very valid question. I think we need both a way to access the up area with both flight and with a aesthetic staircase. So what we're going to do is come over here and open a little hatch that I can fly up into. And we've got to find a way to make it kind of look like a proper hatch from down below. How did I do that over there again? Right up against the wall, basically. So we'll have a hatch here and a hatch there, so we can whiz up to the next floor. But also... Unless I put like a railing system around here and we just had it open at this height, but I think I'm going to make it glass. I could fly it through the middle then. Actually, I think that's so much better, because this is going to get us like doing a bunch of design stuff that don't even want to be doing. Okay, yeah, that's a much better idea. So then we need to figure out the floor height and what we're going to be happy with. I think we're going to have to go ahead and just roll with kind of what we set up over here. I don't have any ironwood slabs. Let's go grab some of those. It's probably a little too late to really overdo anything there. We have another noise in the ear. It's Cuplex for 34 months saying, woohoo! 34 months, only 2 more for 3 years. Yes, Cuplex, that is true. And then you'll have, wait a minute, an emerald face, not a diamond face. I looked in chat and there's Cuplex with a diamond face, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? This doesn't make sense. But no, it all makes sense really, doesn't it? Cool. I think what we'll do is we'll aim to hide... we want to keep that there, don't we? Maybe hide this texture. I don't know. Oh yeah, we actually want to variate it up with that anyway. We've got a crafting bench over here. Oh, those are the planks. Okay, gotcha. And then they're dark oak. Very confusing. It's so dark. Yeah, one of the things we actually want to do all over the place is just swap them with dark oak occasionally. I think that's looking a little bit better to me. Just open it up in front of the stuff. So, okay, so that's going to be the floor at this height right here for pretty much all of it, I think. It does, I don't know, it does look a little bit odd, but I think once there's a ceiling in here, it will make so much more sense. I think the windows might be a little bit too low. Now that we've got our Silk Touch tool, we'll be able to rip that up and mess about with it a bit. So this was all dark oak here, right? And it's quite a ways to go to meet up. Wait, now that's wisdom wood. That's confusing. Do I not have dark oak? Let's go make some dark oak. Is this Enigmatica 2 Expert, says K. Crampon. It is not. It is the regular one. Let's go make a bunch of slabs. Oh my goodness me, this inventory, right? There's some more. Okay, so we've got wisdom wood and we've got dark oak. Okay, and do I have a full block? I want to test something. Now I could put an entirely different material between them, and I think putting something fancy in there would look real good. And then I think we need wisdom wood stairs on top of it. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. So Cuplex, now that you're here, we're going to be doing AE2 today. There is no doubt about it. I think what we need to do is make a little benchmark with our base progress. Maybe get a roof up here. Maybe get some kind of completion feeling going on. And then we can move on to the next bit. There's also space between our floors. I'm a little worried that they might have nasty things creeping around in them like spiders eventually. Then again, we got those crazy big lights down below that seem to light up everything in sight, so... Man, I'm out of those already, jeez. So where's my wisdom wood? Got 1 wisdom wood plank. Okay, that'll do me. Quarry next stream, says Panda Star. Or this one. You know, we'll see how we do. Like I said, we're sort of just aiming for a little bit of progress and completion feel in this area. And we might be able to achieve that in one stream. Building can be a slow process, but look at us. We got flight and creative mode, so we can certainly do things at scale. Even if it gets a little bit slow sometimes. Would a mega torch affect the blaze spawner, says Dr. Cuddles? That is a good question, because yeah, we could just... Well, we haven't had a single thing, pretty much, spawn in this base. Maybe there were one or two moments where something came over here, but for the most part it's been pretty good. Dark oak slab, wisdom wood slab. Let's just put a few of these around the place as we start to connect them up. And that's going to be the material of this floor here, I think. I guess you're going to have to move. And if I'm lucky, the magnet will hold things near me. Yep, keep doing that because I can then... Beautiful, beautiful. Make my life easy. Thank you, magnet. I think that was everything, wasn't it? It's all in there now. Well, weren't that just alright? Okay, that's, I think, will do. What is X up to now, says Cuplex. We're doing base building at the beginning of this one. At least that's the plan. Nothing technical so far, so don't worry. I haven't blown anything up, jeez. I do keep misplacing some of these, which is kind of annoying. We got to get some brownstone together, but didn't we get a bunch of clay last time? So that might not be too much of a bother. And that's the wrong thing. I can definitely tell it's the wrong thing. Wand, says Cuplex. Well, I'm doing variations, so I don't really want to use the wand. Okay, we got dark oak. We need more wisdom woods. It's very hard. They all look so similar to me. It's really, really crazy. Trowel, says Silent Strike. Nah, not for what I want to do. I only want one every now and then. I don't really want to like shuffle the two together, so I don't mind doing it manually. I got to admit, it is a bit slow, but whatever. It will get done. But it's kind of fun placing blocks like this as well. You have more control over the individual blocks. And I'm out of those again. I thought I just made a bunch of them. Clearly not enough. X, are you planning on doing any Botania, says Ice Pirate? Definitely not today. There'll be no Botania in this stream. And now that I've said that, there'll probably be some really weird, obscure reason why I have to do it. That I just haven't foreseen. Okay, there you go. Got a bit of a centerpiece going on, right? Now we need some fence gates up here, or fence posts, should I say. So that means we'll need some sticks out of the system. And look at that, we don't even have a lot of them. Let's get a bunch more. Alright. This is where I really like the vanilla book, you know. That's probably enough, I think. And there's our little balcony, I guess. So we leave that open. Then we're going to need a roof and a ceiling with the glass in it. That is what we're going to need. Looking good, looking good. You know, there might be a better material somewhere modded for that, but I'm fine with that, that's cool. Right, now we need to make brownstone and start to build a roof on this thing. There's also some blocks here that look pretty unnecessary as well. Although you might see them from down below. Got no idea what we're going to do in the roof of this area. Yeah, I feel like... let's grab that. Yeah, my middle click button I think is broken, or maybe it's just the mod pack. Like, maybe it's this modded Minecraft that's got it not working, but something's up with that. I think what I want to do is put basalt across the top there. Oh, did I take out one too many? Okay, so over here to this chest, we're going to drop off some of these slabs. And take out our 5 different basalts. And just put in a few of these. Right. Right, yeah. Then we want the brownstone across the front, I think? Actually, then the floor is there, so you would see the top of the floor. This don't look right either. Hey, it wasn't the same on the other side, was it? So maybe up here we let you see the floor. Let's do this the other way, right? Because we spent ages doing it the slow way. So this time I'm gonna put in all of it like that, and then we can randomize it later if we really want to. So down here we now got a roof. Ugh. As soon as I touch water, I start moving at the speed of light. It's ridiculous. I think I'm not sure what I want to do with that. The brownstone just looks a little bit odd. I think actually what might make sense is to use these slabs to cover up like that. That's better. That's way better. And that gives us a pretty reasonable roof for this area. Now the question is, what do we put in it? I'm not really sure. This is going to be like our master control area, so it's over here that we're going to end up with machines sort of going around with space for wires and stuff behind them. No idea what to go in these spaces though. Cluis says it's all coming together, looks great. It is coming together, isn't it? It's looking good. I'd like it if maybe we can make some shelves with like statues and stuff on it and little trinkets that we gather. Kitchen says Magna K. I don't want to make this feel like a home house, like put kitchens and living rooms and tellies in it. I don't think I want to go in that direction. What I want to do is make it feel like a Minecraft modded base full of projects and stuff, right? Needs plant life, says Mad Cow Chow. Yeah, some bushes here and there would look really cool, wouldn't they? Anyway, let's now shift our focus away from some of these wooden materials, right? That being said, I do want some dark oak slabs. And just make some holes. This would be easier if I did it from the top side down. And then fill them in with the old dark oak slab. And again, just create soft, subtle variation here and there. Just makes the repetitiveness of the texture really kind of bounce off a little easier, as it's not entirely repetitive. And same from down here as well. But Asuma, cooking for blockheads makes Pam's Harvest Craft pretty fun. Give it a try, it's real simple. It is blockheads after all. You know, maybe it is fun. I kind of look at it as a thing I'm not too interested in. But yeah, maybe we should give it a try. Hey, look at that. We've got some glass over here. We need that. So yeah, brownstone and glass are actually two of the things we're trying to work with here. And tidy up a little bit. So, what am I after? My dank knoll. This has... Does it have clay in it? Yep. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go make some brownstone, peeps. What is that recipe? What just happened there? Thanks. Nope, did it again. Okay, that's a stupid amount of this stuff. But we'll run out of it soon enough. Okay, let's just change it all to the one we're currently building with. Might be a little bit easier to do that sometimes, but then again it uses up your chisel durability, right? Pam's is annoying. Way too many veggies, fruit, and general recipes, says Tolbert's Games. Well, that's the impression I get of it. That it looks like that, you know? So, anyway, looking at this room, what I want to do is... Well, we've got to grab our Silk Touch tool, otherwise some of you are going to start screaming at the top of your lungs. No, Asuma! No! Use Silk Touch. Nah, you probably won't. So we get that back. And then we're going to raise up this by 2 blocks. Okay, that's instant mine right there. And this is the new height of these walls, okay? So they're going to be that big. Or is it... Actually... 1 block higher? No, then it'd be 2. Right, I made it 1 too many. It looks better in my eyes now, I think. Or is that too tall? Is it fine how it was before? I think actually it might be a little bit too tall. Mad Cow Chow says, Assumer is awesome at thinking ahead. I'm sure he plays chess very well. I play chess a little bit like, don't overthink it, just try and do stuff. You know, I don't want to sit there thinking forever. Okay, do we like this more? I actually can't help but feel maybe that isn't the way to go. Maybe we had the right balance already. It's kind of a low roof, but maybe that's cool. Peeps in chat are saying it's too tall. Alright, we'll actually just scale all that back then. Hey, you try something, sometimes it don't work. But the trying is the important bit. Because now we know. Now we know we had it good already. I mean, to be fair, it did kind of look good. It just looked like it might be too low, but as we now know, it's not the case. So, a roof for this thing. And now we've got to sort out this. A roof for this thing shouldn't be flat. And I don't want to mess around with having these on both sides. So we need a way. I think we're going to end up using our slabs again. We use it a lot, right? It's a recurring thing. So it'll probably look like it makes sense up here. So if we have that, that's fine so far. Or have I put it in the wrong spot? For what I want to do, let's remove it on one side because we're gonna float a bunch of these in here now. Maybe we could do with a texture change just there for the top bit. Let's grab a stack of those and change it to be flat. Yeah, I kind of like that. Just goes a little different all of a sudden. Then in here, what if they were at that height? Would that feel right? Yeah, that probably feels a little bit better, doesn't it? And then we'll have 2 lots of that. Maybe a third one? I don't know. I think we'll go with a third one. The texture you can see is kind of stretched when you put it on the side. That reminds me of Doom, actually. Those stretched textures. I'm thinking that's working. What do you think, peeps? What do you think? When will you finish the Tinker's Smelter, says Little Bennett. When we need to, probably. When it becomes a necessity. That's when it will get done. Looking Fire says currently dying inside. I don't think you're dying inside, jeez. What a grim username. You know what they say, always look on the bright side of life. Looking pretty dank, my dude, says Milo Ren. Thank you very much. I'm looking dank. Well, the build is. Mayday Zero. From back in the day with Top Mass and Jassassin, that would have been 2012. But, yeah, that kind of era, right? Did we really, really run out of those slopey bits? I can't believe it's not butter. Right, let's go make us some sticks. And there it is. Thought it didn't go in for a second. And I think you make them like that, right? Yes, you do. And that is good. And then those make them. Sweet. Alright. Sticks can go back. And over here we can keep tiling away. Can we use the old that thing here? Yep. And that just becomes the top of that. And I think we'll probably hang some lighting fixtures eventually, right? Now, when we reach this bit over here, I kind of know that I want the basalt to go up, even though if it's... sorry, the seared brick, even if it's not really being used. And I don't know what's going to happen over here on these bits. We'll figure that out, but I think we'll just bring that right over to the edge. Do all of that, and then put the seared bricks in place, so all of that looks good for now. Okay, need more of that chisel action. Let's get chiseled. Bam! Weathered bricks, eh? Look at that, a roof, says Ben Simon. Yeah, our first roof. Our first roof. And it's cool looking. And eventually we'll put like details and stuff on the top, but for now that I think is appropriate, it's good. And now we need our seared bricks. I think I'm going to start making a lot more seared bricks. And you know what everyone tells me? And I forget. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get some seared bricks this way. Actually, does it make seared bricks? That's a good question. That is a great question. I bet it don't. I bet it makes a different type of seared thing, right? Because it's the seared bricks we're after. And, you know, making grout is a pain in the butt. Okay, if I just throw that stuff like this, my dank knoll will pick it up. Let's check out what we got in here. We still have a little bit more. Isn't that fantastic? So what I'm thinking we might even do is actually build these bricks outside of the building itself, so it's got like a chimney effect in this area. In which case, if we look at where this thing goes, I reckon that's going to get filled in. And just have a flat top area around it. Oh, maybe not there though. Bring that all the way across. So now we've got a bit of an idea as to what that area is going to feel like. Yeah, having loads of these bricks coming out will look super cool. So they will probably dwarf the building around it, right? And eventually go higher than this. Although, actually, I might make it like more of a chimney effect. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. But for now, that's pretty good. I also want to have an actual like window here, maybe with like that in the middle. So you've got a couple of windows to look into the smeltery. That feels really cool looking at that. Also, there's like a gap here and over there that I want to fill in. Cool. Isn't that nice? I vote for chimney, says Lego Tomb. I think everyone probably is once we figure out that's what we're doing. Right, let's see if we get bricks. Ah, we can make them into ingots. Okay, so let's check this out. If I do that, we're going to get a block, but I can also make an ingot. This is where we need a little bit of automation. I'd like a little bit of automation here. Where's our ingot cast? There it is. Now, what would be the best way to automate that? Some sort of item collector on the side, I guess. Yeah, that is not what we're looking for. That can get smelted again. We're looking for these. Now, I could just use a hopper underneath, but something that pulls from the side. What block would do that? Ah, we would need a clock as well. So we need a clock for the seared drain. Peeps are saying item duct. Any kind of type of item pipe. I like the idea of a block that, imagine the tank. Does Enderio have a chest, like a tank that could just automatically pull? That would be seriously cool. That would be the kind of, whoa, that looks like an amazing block. That would be the kind of block I could go for right now. Item buffer. Let's try that. That sounds like the one. I think I've used that before. Let's hope that it will work the way I think it does. Then we need that and a clock. Oh, that's kind of cheap. Did that work with a regular iron? Electrical steel and regular iron. Now, electrical steel is made... Silicon? Pulverized coal? Where do we get silicon from? Certus quartz. We have to grind that into dust, don't we? Crushed quartz. So if we crush quartz, we can turn it into silicon. And then we've got to crush coal. So a bit of this. Little bit of that. And we got it. Also, that can go in there, right? I think. Where's our crushing machine? This is a pulverizer. That's the equivalent of the crusher, right? Now, is it going to smelt when it goes to the other side? Yeah, we don't... Do we want it to smelt? I can't remember now. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing it, peeps. We're doing it. Alright, that's good. Our other pulverizer can do the coal then. Sweet. Then we need some iron. And probably not a crazy amount. Right. I think it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll make 4 of the other type. For now, or just chuck. Chuck. That's quite a lot. How do I have a whole stack? Didn't I just put... Oh, it's a... Jeez, it's one of those, is it? Almost made a fool of myself. Imagine if I'd never noticed that, eh? Everyone would have been calling me a derp. Everyone, I tell ya. It would have been merciless. I am filling up over here, aren't I? Okay, we already put some iron in there, and now we need the coal to crush them. Oh yeah, we've got to name our sword Kindness at some point as well. Asuma, replace the sprout with a fluid duct. I remember this working. Oh, when you say sprout, what you mean is the little duct right there. Yeah, I could see how that would work. Because it would constantly zap it out of there. Right, I don't think we're using basalt this instant, so let's go put the basalt away and free a little bit of space up. Put a few of those back on the top of the building, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with that, but we'll figure it out eventually. Translocators are really cool with the smell tree, says Rotstitch. Translocators, eh? We have transfer pipes. They can do liquids as well. Okay, where are we at? We're juggling things, aren't we? All over the place. Yep, we need 4 of those. That thing's super slow. Okay, and here's the other thing I want to do now. So we're going to mirror this building style over here. And have 1, 2, is it 3? And we got the noises in the ear, peeps. I'll be with you in just a moment. Actually, I can read right now. Gamer1219. No, sorry, Gamer1912 Real is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. FloatSam78 has subscribed as well. And the one and only Aprover is here for 23 months saying, oh, another month. Time flies super quickly. Doesn't it just, my friends? Doesn't this life we have fly by like no one's bizzle? Jeez, I say enjoy it, make the most of it, don't overthink it. Try and have fun and a good time. Make your own meaning, you know? Okay, let's chuck that there. Throw these things down. And kablamo. So we're going to simply extend that all the way across. And I don't want to dwell too much on what we're doing here. Just want to get the shape in and get that completion feeling going, right? Details will come later. So what we'll do at the front over here is have this thing, not like that, but wrap round the corner. Which is going to be interesting. But it gives us a cool little space for a project. Don't know what project that's going to be. But something can go there. X, favourite features of this mod pack, says Hup Flupper. I don't know. Put me on the spot, jeez. I've enjoyed many of the things we've done so far. I like those little wolves in the Nether. They're awesome, those little wolves. We need to hang out with them more. Just hope they don't kill us, you know. Okay, let's get some slabs. We put them over here. Of course we did. Only got 28. Totally going to need some more. Need to craft them. Also, speaking of crafting stuff, let's not get too sidetracked here. Okay, that's more iron wood than I'll ever need. Apparently I got loads of that and this that I don't need in my inventory. Okay. Cool. We'll take those. We're done with that. I think we've got everything we need for this. Yeah, item buffer. Cool. Now we need a redstone clock. That's the one thing we didn't sort out here. Yeah, this is the one that I know, and you're probably going to tell me it's not very good. I'd probably agree. There's probably a more elegant solution, but hey, look. We just need a block that does the job for now. Okay, so the item buffer should be able to extract from the side. Let's hope that it doesn't take the that thing with it as well. I'm kind of interested that it didn't. Like, really expected it to actually take that. Nice! Nice! Okay, we got a fair bit in there, but we're going to get some more now, alright? We're going to get some more, my friends. Oh yeah, this thing has like a capacity, and we're filling it. So if I actually made this bigger like right now, it would be great, wouldn't it? And do you know what I need to do to make it bigger? I need some windows. If I come over here, and we get ourselves one. Oh, we need a few more than that. If I can get like 5 more, then we're golden. So we have to wait a little bit for that. Oh, geez, lag spike. The lag spike makes me worried that it might crash. Makes me very worried. So we're going to focus on getting that side over there, and then meet them all up together, and then we would have done an immense amount of progress, and it would have been awesome. My goodness me, the noises are floating in. Gamer Toss DK is here for 14 months. Thank you ever so much, dude. Saying, interesting. It hadn't auto-subbed my Twitch Prime this month either. Oh yeah, Prime doesn't auto-sub. That's the one catch with Prime. You have to come here and do it manually. But thank you for your Prime subscription, dude. Appreciate that. 14 months. Incredible. Do you know what I saw on Amazon Prime today? And I was like, I really want to start watching that. Picard. Oh my goodness me. I have no idea what that's going to be like, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know anyone's opinion on it. Right? I just realized that this second. I'm like, I do not care if anyone tells me, oh, it's terrible, you know, it's nothing like Next Generation. I don't care. I just want to watch it and find out for myself. Because The Next Generation is one of those shows that is phenomenal in many ways, but also kind of like it's one of those shows that I feel like is going to get dated. I was listening to a podcast the other day where they were discussing movies and talking about these old movies that have kind of lost their charm because the pacing is so different from what we have in this world. And over time, like being the age I am and lived through, you know, some years, I've seen the trends, I've seen things change, I've seen how cinema changes and people attention span has shortened, and I can really see how stuff that I love could be harder for new people to get into, you know, because it was kind of made in a different time. And I think The Next Generation is one of those shows that may be a little bit inaccessible to some people today, which is a real shame because it's absolutely amazing show. And what's amazing about it isn't like, you know, nerdy, oh, we're in space kind of stuff. It's actually the philosophical side of the show that I find to be really riveting. The way in which it uses the, I guess you could say, limitless of space to create scenarios and things that happen, interactions that make us question like our ethics and our values as people. And I really loved some of the things they did with that show, especially the episode where Data chooses to have a child. That has got some like real questions and things to think about and ponder in it. Like, you can watch that episode and then just watch it again and it will just get your mind ticking over. Ben Simon says, Q is my all-time favourite villain. I was never too sold on Q. I think, I don't know. I think it was weird that it was such a powerful force, yet it seemed to be fascinated with us. I think it was a little too self-serving of humanity and painting humanity as some like unique thing happening out in space. So I think it was a bit too kind to us to have a character like that fascinated in humans. But you know, that was just like my opinion of it. I really like the episode where he becomes a human though. That was kind of cool. Alright, so we got that part there done, and I'm really feeling like these should be little towers. Just getting that tower kind of vibe over here. Don't know about you. If we do make it a tower, it's probably going to be one where this actually isn't the part that extends upwards. And I did a whoopsie. I did a whoopsie. Oh no. Oh no. Cluis is here with cheers and bits, saying you should put the nether portal up there. Maybe. Maybe here? That side. This is probably the best place to put it because it's a little bit smaller overall, right? I like the idea. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. The philosophy behind Q is a bit lame, yeah, but I just like the show he put on. Oh, the character was good. Yeah, let's say that. The character was great. The guy who played him did a terrific job. Loved the acting. It was just, I wasn't quite sold on it all, you know. Also, Peeps mentioning Deep Space Nine. I kind of fell out of, like, I was going to watch that at one point, and it was right when I started really getting into exercising more and watching stuff and sitting on my arse less, basically. So I never got committed to that one. I think now I've got a lot of other stuff that would be higher up the list, so I don't know if I'll ever get around to Deep Space Nine. One of the things that puts me off it is that everyone who's recommended to me has also said, like, the first few like seasons of it are like dull and boring and slow, but it like eventually gets good. And I'm alright with a season starting slow or a show having a slow start, but when people tell you like it ain't gonna be good to like season 4, it's like, oh, you know, like that's a bit of a commitment right there. I mean, maybe it's not as bad as it ain't gonna be good, but at least quite a few people have mentioned that you have to really stick with it. X, do you know / watch Steven Universe? I really like that show. I tried to get into it. I watched like an episode once, but it just didn't feel like it was for me. M. Helvin says, no doubt it improves over time. The first seasons of TNG are still quality though. Thoughts on Voyager, says Mitch Hawks. I really liked Voyager. I watched a fair bit of it. But I never watched all of it. Like, I got the box sets of The Next Generation, and I've watched probably it through like 3 times. But I started on the Voyager box sets, and I just wasn't that into it. It was just something like me and my mates used to watch, like late at night, many years ago when we were, I don't know, out causing a ruckus. Living the way you used to live. That was a different time. Okay, I'm liking that. I feel like another material needs to come in around here, though. It's been a bit too brown. Oh, maybe we could, like, make this bit here. Can I? Oh, if only I could just tap it. Give it a little tap. I don't think I'm going to be able to even rip it out with vein miner very easy. Okay, I'm actually... Yeah, those ones can stay. Right, I think I'm safe to vein... get rid of that one. Go on. Oh, yes, it didn't punish me. That would have been punishing. Let's switch up to that. And just make these corner ones here out of a different material. And then I think we're good. Feel like it needs it, you know. The build needs it. Yeah, it needed that. It needed that. Okay. Oh yeah, and also about Voyager. I really like Janeway, but I feel like as a captain she tends to flip-flop a little bit. That was one of my my thoughts on her as a captain, was like character and the way it's acted and stuff is all good, but the writing for her decisions, I don't know, she seemed to like flip-flop and like constantly break the directive and then break it for a different reason next week and go a bit all over the place with her reasoning, which was alright, but I don't know, it just kind of got a bit off-putting because it wasn't very consistent. My name colour won't change and it's low-key bumming me out, says Cluis. I tell you what, like, if there's something to get bummed out about, changing your name on a little colour thing on the internet, ain't it? Man, like something as simple as that, as minuscule as that ain't a real problem, is it, right? Got to put things into perspective sometimes. Ain't we blessed to be in this internet age, chatting over the internet, being able to change the colour of our names? You know, there were times when life was rough and hard for a lot of people. Still is today for a lot of people. You know, I like, if something like that is bumming me out, I'm like, hang on a second, this ain't right. You know, this is a good thing right here. How am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way about it? This don't make sense. Like RSS feeds and dial-up noises, says Cuplex. I mean, I know what those are, but where did that come from? What are we talking about now? Okay, so I feel like if we do that and then put windows on all sides here, then we've got a cool little like lookout tower vibe. Or maybe it does need a window there. I think it does, even though it would look onto a roof. Heck yeah, cool turret, says Pat-Man Chronicles. It does look cool, doesn't it? It does look very cool, and we're going to mirror it on the other side. Although, I do kind of want to get away from mirroring, actually. We'll do something different on this side. I think that adds a lot to not always mirror. And from the inside here, the roof is definitely a little bit low on that corner, but that's fine. We're going to end up with this kind of thing going on again, I think. That's also fine. But remember our glass ceiling? I was going to cover this thing over, basically, and now I'm remembering the glass ceiling. That's interesting. That's kind of put a wrench in the plans. Do we continue with the slope to the corner? I think we might align it. So let's have a look. This would then sort of meet up with it here. Does that look good? Is the question. Let's go back to that one for a moment here so we can whoopsie daisy like that. X, any plans to use the guns in this pack, says Hupfluffer. Nah, I'm not really a fan of guns. The only time I use a gun is in Doom. And that's to kill aliens. You know? Although they're life too, aren't they? Oh, jeez. Now we're getting into it. Is it unethical to kill demon aliens that are trying to kill you? In a computer game? How do we get the corner? That actually looks like it. Yeah. That looked like it. Give me that. Thanks. Oh, is it opposite then? You put the lowest side down for this one? Looks like that is how it's done. So we got that going on, and then it's gonna kinda stop there. This is gonna be a very strange challenge for us. So I can build here and then the next one along. This glass roof is gonna be very odd, so let me just say that now. Okay, then we have to stop there and go back by one. So that means we can oh, I'm getting a bit carried away. Well, in that case, I actually think this thing might end up not being so bad. Because we can bring that out to here, right? We can put one block there. And then the rest of them are at that space. Yep. Let's make sure I'm getting this right. Yep. So it just ends up with a little bit like that, basically. And then the glass would fill in that gap. It's going to look super odd. But we'll have to just roll with it. See, this is one of those moments where, like, if you're a builder and you want to, like, perfect the entirety of your build and make it work for, like, technical projects, there's so much going back and forth. It's ridiculous. I don't think it's worth doing all of that sometimes. I think sometimes just play easy. Leave that little strange shape in your base, you know? Makes it unique, if anything. So we would have that going on. Now we can use that as a bit of a guideline for the rest of everything else in a way. Mirror white brown stone at all and connect them and make middle window. Not quite sure. Oh, what are you suggesting that we could turn this? We could turn it in at the side there and do something a little different that could actually look way better. Okay, I don't know what you were suggesting, person in chat, but you have given me an idea to, I think, really make this build a fair few times better. If we go ahead and use this here, and then there, and then we need one more. And I don't know what's going to go on with this area below. So that makes 2 of those. Right, and then we've got enough for all of it. Yeah, I ain't got a clue what this is going to look like from down below, but it means we get to gut all of that out. So I guess we'd want that there and there still, and then this would probably be more of that material. Okay, let's chisel that bit into that. Bring this over here. I think we can do this, peeps. A little bit of concentration, we can do this. Just like that. Okay, and now it can take on the shape of the glass there. That's better overall, I think. We're also umming and ahhing about having a window there. Now we definitely won't. Let's halve those. Maybe not even that much. Turn them into that one. Can you believe how many of this material we've gone through? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We try, we try. Okay, I think we're getting close to moving on to AE2. Also, apparently it's time for an eye break. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to look away from the screen. That's right, the streamer is telling you to stop watching. But no, I don't mean tune out. Okay, I don't mean open up a tab and check your emails. I don't mean pulling your phone out of your pocket. Jeez, addicted to screens, aren't you? You need to blink, you need to look away is what you need to do. Give your eyes a rest. Look at the real world. I know it's a bit boring, jeez. I know real life is boring, it's not the same as a fun computer game like Minecraft, but you need to give your eyes a rest. You can also drink some water and replenish your fluids. Right, now those doctors, they've been saying, y'all are looking at those screens too much. Every hour take 5 minutes. I said, Doc, I will, but when I'm streaming I won't. I'll take about a minute. Not even that. What was that? 30 seconds. We're back at it, peeps. Stop looking away. I don't care about your eyes anymore. It's time to do some live streaming. Jeez. Okay, that might have been the worst eye break ever, but it was an eye break. Or was it not? Were you satisfied with the breaking of your eye? That is the real question. Okay, I need to get that other box out of the way. And I think we've got it. Okay, one slab there. Sweet. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Looks better from down below, looks better from up above, doesn't it? Okay, and where can we put a block? Nope, we've got the shape perfectly right. Actually, X, what do you think about games being blamed for the increase in violence in our society? I would argue that there are few people who would find it hard to separate morals in games from reality, but as an argument for general banning of certain video games, I think we should be more worried about other violent influences we encounter in society. So Shadow Cat plays. I would. I think that video games are undoubtedly part of the fabric of society and the culture of society, and undoubtedly play a role. But how do we determine how large that role is? and how big of a factor it really plays up to be, I think there is some science and studies out there that show you that it is not a very determining factor. You know, for example, I think there is a graph that got shared of like gun violence in America and the amount of people playing computer games, and then when you correlate it in other countries, it shows you that you can in fact play computer games and be in a country where the violence doesn't link to it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not linked to it, right? Like, it's a part of the fabric of culture, and there are many factors that can come together, and video games can be part of one. And the reason why I have this kind of view is because I myself used to play shooter games, and I used to watch like gory movies and used to be into all of that. And then I started hearing about this idea of being desensitized to violence, and I'd notice if I saw real violence on the telly, a horrible news story, someone had been decapitated or something, like that, I'd almost not blink an eyelid at it. And that kind of unsettled me, so I decided to stop playing those sorts of violent video games and stop watching as many of those movies. And I never really thought about it, but then a few years later I noticed when I would see these things, they would make me gulp. I would really like feel more empathy towards, you know, whoever was being hurt, or, you know, and so I personally felt that maybe those things did desensitize me to violence. It also goes with the flow of just becoming a different person as well, so there are many factors, but I think the solution is not banning computer games. That does not make sense to me. I think the solution lies in more sort of outreach programs, finding people who are vulnerable or in need of community or looking for something, meaning, purpose. I think giving people more purpose in life would help, you know, dispel a lot of problems. I think it'd be very difficult to determine where exactly the very root causes of these problems are, but, you know, broken homes and things like that tend to often be a common theme, unfortunately. Rotstitch says, X forgot his wand again. I did. That's also known as a human cognitive bias. Scope intensity. We care more about one specific starving child than 1,000 starving children, says M. Helvins. Yeah, there's been studies done where they show people charitable causes that need your help. And the more people you put in the picture, the more you use bigger numbers, the less of a person's attention you will grab. And that is because the scope of the problem, you used the word scope, didn't you? Yeah. Seems so big that it makes people feel less empowered to help. Whereas if you show them like the image of 1 or 2 children, it seems manageable. It seems like you can help. It's just 2 kids you're looking after, right? Lego Tomb says, that's why anti-vaxxers don't like statistics. Anti-vaxxers use statistics too. The problem with statistics is that numbers, you can do incredible stuff with numbers and statistics. You can make a lot of stuff sound like anything. Like, there are so many ways in which to warp and skew numbers, and even with raw numbers, raw scientific data, it can be sometimes even tricky to determine precisely what stuff means. So statistics are actually a tool I've seen anti-vaccine communities use, you know, but I don't really feel like talking about that right now. You know, that's I've said my things about that before, and it's a pretty draining topic when you're hoping things will go in the other direction, you know. The media in America is very good at manipulating info, says Jay Rizzle. It is. Most information that you see, or most things that you ever learn about are... hang on, let's get this crafted first. You know, a lot of news, a lot of what you learn about and see in the world has like a point and an agenda behind it. Like, all the information going into your head has an effect on you, even if it's truth or not, right? We've just been raided. False Symmetry's here with a raid. False, thank you ever so much. I saw you were playing Hermitcraft. I was thinking, man, I want to play some Hermitcraft. I'm really on a streak with modded Minecraft, so I'm going to stick at it. But I've had the itch so much lately to get back on there. And oh god, my housework and stuff like that is taking its time. Like, it feels like I'm still not going to be back on for like a week or two. But I'm glad I took the time to do it. It needed to be done. I needed to get some housework done, and it's getting done. So all good. Anyway, False, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Now, is it me or do we do that a little bit different there? So we've got like a 2 there and a 1 there. It's the alignment of the windows that is throwing me off more than anything. So if we imagine... No, that actually comes out a little bit closer, and that's fine. I just needed to know that, right? Like, I needed to see that, and then it makes sense. I think what we're going to do is make these 2 bits parallel, and then the next one maybe not. Okay, are we even going to have a window there? Because we like to have these gaps, right? And that's going to make it look a bit odd. Maybe actually I'll change this up slightly. I think what I was trying to say a minute ago, by the way, is that like all information is shaping your thoughts and opinions in this world. So wherever you're hearing from, think about how it's shaping thoughts and opinions in your mind. Think it through a little bit. You know, even if it's something you agree with, even if it seems like the most truthful thing ever, just everything's having an influence on you. That's the main thing to be wary of. Then, if you've got that in mind, you know, you can take things that you hear, not so much with just taking it at face value, but learning to think it through and think about how it affects your thoughts and feelings. Okay, so this place up here is looking fantastic. I love how that pops there. We need a little bit more of that in places. In fact, why don't we take the opportunity to make this side over here out of that material, since we're sort of defining a bit of a shape here at the moment. I think we're going to use some of that. So let's chisel. Let's go with that actually, or maybe a mixture. Let's give ourselves options, you know. And peeps, we will be doing technical stuff. We're just going to get a bit, while we're in a groove, while we're in a flow, let's get this going. Actually, kind of don't like that. I just want it to be the other texture. Quite instinctively, I feel. Oh, and it connects. Ah. Make him say, na 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 na. I was watching some there's some new hip hop documentaries on Netflix. I was watching the ones about the Dirty South. I love hip hop ever so much. I had to learn, like, there's this amazing series about the history of hip hop, and I had to learn all that stuff like years ago through like reading and research and trying to figure out like who influenced who and where these people are from and that people are from, you know, like Wikipedia articles, and now it's just all neatly wrapped up in this lovely documentary. If you like hip hop, I highly recommend checking that out. It's a great little series. I took a class at uni called History and Culture of Hip Hop. That's awesome. I'm not surprised there'd be a class in hip hop, you know. It's such an amazing thing. By the way, noises in the ear. Tabex. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Landscaper92 also here with cheers and bits saying glass dome. Maybe. I like the idea. Maybe, you know, it's tricky to calculate a glass dome. But I certainly like the idea. Definitely not going to do it today. Maybe if there's like RF Tools Builder and we can match a dome shape to it later on, then, you know, Bob's your uncle, as they say. Or as I say, apparently. Hip-hop goes deep, says Dr. Cuddles. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things do, right? Like a lot of music, a lot of culture, it all has history and backstory. It's just, you know, I love hip-hop music so much, and it's got such a rich backstory to it that it's just a fascinating little world to get like lost in and learn about like who did what and who influenced who. And yeah, No Limit Records was on that one, and so was Cash Money, which Zul'jin, formerly of Hermitcraft, introduced me to that whole side of Southern hip hop. He told me about No Limit and Master P and the Cash Money crew, and I started listening to some of their records. I didn't get too deep into them, like, because I'm exploring so much music, it was just like a bit overwhelming, but I certainly checked them out and enjoyed what I heard. Blasting Blade says, we had a class about the impact of music in society. Hip-hop was definitely my favourite chapter. I can imagine that. I mean, what other like, what other styles of music have had such a massive cultural impact like hip-hop? Off the top of my head, actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to frame it that way. I mean, everything has in a way, right? But what I love about hip-hop is that it comes from like absolute poverty, and no company sat around and figured out how to do that. Like, it is pure people, and it comes from like the poorest of neighborhoods. Like the origin, I've talked about this on stream before. The origins of hip hop in New York City. People are talking about jazz. Jazz is a big one. I'm not so well versed on jazz. Jazz is like deeply mysterious music to me that I like listening to, but I feel like I never quite get it. But I absolutely love listening to some jazz. But you know, like, hip hop literally starts right post gang wars in New York, and I'm talking literally like that movie The Warriors. Okay, if you've seen that, that is based on reality to quite a large extent. There were gangs in New York that had those jackets. It's a real thing. You can even find YouTube videos of them having a meeting because someone took like a VHS video recorder and recorded these gangs coming together to settle their differences and whatnot. And then there was a blackout. There was a power outage in the city, and places got looted. You know, when there is an opportunity for people who are impoverished or living in poverty, etc., you know, to loot, that's what's going to happen. You know, it happened over here in the UK quite a few years back now when David Cameron was president. Oh, jeez, Americanizations. Anyway, so there's this power outage, a blackout, and people go looting. And people get their hands on musical equipment, but not instruments. They got their hands on turntables, and they started remixing music and taking beats from one song and putting samples from another one on, and it's just incredible. It's just incredible. Absolutely love it. Now people are saying that I should call that a derp, should I? It was a derp. Total derp. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm liking this bit over here or not, but I think I see where it needs to go at this point in time. I think I see quite clearly, actually. We're going to do something... interesting, but this connected texture is probably going to make it look awful. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I think what we're going to do is grab the texture, chisel it. Okay, and then swap those over. What I want to do... Is it going to work? Does it work? Let's bring it up so we have 1, 2, window there. It'd literally be perfect. We'd have like a 3-windowed area here. Big old building looking out and around. And then we'd have a slope going across. Now we could perhaps change the texture just at the back here. How can I force it to be a square, actually? Oh, I could use that. Ah! If we change 3 textures here, it'll all look good. Oh, look at X! They called me a derp, but I'm figuring out how to make it all work. I actually want to do a little bit of that here as well. Oh, whoopsie, didn't mean to do that though. That was a mistake. Right. And I think we're going to skip doing the windows and stuff. We've done so much shape. We've really made this all feel terrific. And I think we'll let it settle and come back and do some more in the next one. But look at that. Really made some beautiful progress with our base today. I like it. We're going to have a tower of a different colour over here, I think. And we're just going to wrap up by getting more of these blocks in place. So more structure here, and then we're going to move on to some AE2. That looks awful, says Lego Tomb. What? You're trolling. This looks gorgeous over here. You love this build. It's the best build you've ever seen. If I were to criticise this in any way, it's probably just that the scale would merit more detail, and I ain't got the time to really go in with the details. Maybe as we go along, we gather lots of materials, we find out about this block and that block, and then we're able to kind of, you know, throw some resources at it. But while we're still in the stage where we have to like craft a lot of stuff, until it gets easier to do that, I think we're going to leave that idea alone. Okay, so I did say I want to mirror that corner over here. That's something I wanted to do, right? We're not going to do that today though, we'll remember that for next time. We're just going to bring it out as far as it needs to go. Ah, okay, maybe it doesn't. So it goes out to that one there, so we'll take it back by one. Sweet, we're almost there, peeps. Put an outline over it, says Drakey Snakey. Not sure quite what you mean by that. Actually, I think I might know. I don't know. I got ideas for details later on, don't you worry. It'll all be good in the hoods. Ah. There needs to be like a little take it back block button type thing for that. We almost use this stuff up all over again. Unbelievable. What were we talking about a minute ago? I feel like we were talking about some stuff. We was talking about those hip-hop documentaries. Yeah, and I was watching one about DJ Screw, and I've listened to Chopped and Screwed before, but I didn't quite get into it last time round. But one thing I love about documentaries, you see the people, you see the faces, like it makes it all so much more human. And then it just makes it so much more easier to like find that connection in the music, and like hearing them talk about what the style was about. I went and put on some of those was it 3 AM in the morning and those classics, and really actually quite dug them. They were cool songs. Okay, let's swap to that one. What's your favourite Rocky movie, says Cluis? I don't really have a favourite because I don't think I've ever properly watched any of the originals, but I have seen some of the sort of noughties and tens comeback movies, you know. Right, I am very, very happy with what we've done today. Now, I was talking about maybe putting the portal over here, but I feel like this is potentially going in a different direction. So, where should we put the portal? Maybe we could put it down here. Maybe it could just have its own little space there. We could bring out a basalt wall, and I don't know. I think we'll leave it for today. We've done so much decorating. Also, I've just got a message. I'm going to look at my phone and see if it's important. I brought this little stand for my phone. I'm really glad that I did, because when it pops off I can see it. Alright, a delivery. Oh. Interesting. Oh, now I'm getting distracted by like chat messages and stuff. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, let's properly get back into it. We're doing AE2. Cuplex, are you ready? Are you there? I'm so clearly going to need assistance and help. I'm so clearly going to need your help. Wow, we used a lot of materials. Look, we're just accumulating loads of stuff now. I can't even fit it all in here. What's that? That's some food. That shouldn't be in there. That can go in there. And this one above, you know, I'm just going to throw a couple of things away. Don't pick them up. Don't even pick them up, Magnet. Leave them alone. Right. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. We have 969 viewers, apparently, says Possum. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Be sure to hit the follow button over here. I appreciate you doing that. Oh, refined storage is much better, but it's not in the pack, says Parker. Yeah, I like refined storage. We're going to go with applied. I've done both though before, so so how do we get started? I think the quest book might be the way to go. We've gotten this thing, so we'll just you know, I'll take it. Cheers. Right, we got to make pressing matters the big grind. Oh, what's this? Vids Plox. I see. So all we got to do is that, and then we get a chest. That was easy. Yeah, grinds. We've got to make that grind thing. Charged quartz fixture. Cool. Is that a lighting fixture? The big grind. Quartz grindstone and a wooden crank. We can probably bypass that, but we're going to do it. We're going to make the wooden crank and that thing. And I reckon we've probably got most of that already here. Yeah, just the wooden bit we need. Okay, yeah, make a bunch because we'll probably come back and need more sometime later. There we go. Now the wooden crank. Don't get cranky with me. Okay, that was a very, very unfunny joke. I agree. Not very funny at all. Okay, then we've got to put our quartzy stuff in there, right? There is a quest book, says Cuplex. Is it this one? Or do you mean an actual other thing? Let's see. Quest book. Ender book. Oh, this one. Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Maybe you were answering someone in chat then. Right, so now you've got to make this stuff, right? Nether quartz seed, Certus quartz seed. So, quartz, Certus. I think we might even need some of that at some point. So if I chuck that and that and that, can I do all three at once? Amazing. Don't grow them, says Hilly Billy Jedi. I remember the whole growing thing, yeah. Crank it louder, says Upflupper. Right, let's see what that did. I think it's doing one at a time. Tolbert, thank you for the lovely message. I'm glad you've been enjoying the streams, dude. That's awesome. More crank. More crank. It's just doing the one. How many did it want of each? Oh, just one. Well, let's get this done, you know. I've got a feeling you have to do the water thing and make them grow, right? Mining can get you the crystals, says Parker. We've already got loads from it. Release the Kranken, says Lucaro. Cuplex says, if I recall correctly, there is a way to make it grow faster if he puts it in the enrichment chamber from mechanism. But I think that's expert mode only. Well, we've got... Wait a minute. Let's press U because... Right, it kind of suggested that we should be cranking, right? And I don't see the cranking block up here. Let's just go back to the quest book, because, like, we need to know the recipe. Ah, well that's good. It's sand plus some of that. That's alright, isn't it? So we go chuck that there. Cool, get a bunch of those. Chuck that there, now we've done it. We've done it, peeps. Well done. Pat yourself on the back, Asuma. Cheers, cheers. We get a pure crystal as a Now we need a Fluix crystal. Oh, the Fluix. Oh, the Fluix. How do we even get you? Charge Certus quartz, nether and redstone into water. I've got to throw things now. Jeez, this isn't what I signed up for. Those three things into water. Where be the water at? That's what hey, let's get distracted. Oh! Random animal? Wonder what we'll get. Music disc. Anyway, distractions. We can get 8 random animals. Water bucket. Where be that? In my backpack. Let's open it up. Let's also tidy away some of our tools. For now, that'll do. In here can go this and go that and go that. Beautiful. It's all looking easier now. So yes, water bucket over here. Do you know where I got water? All around me, because I'm in a swamp. I'm literally in a swamp. So, if I chuck... let's do half of that. You know, we'll make some Fluix crystals, but not that many. And there they are. There they are, my friends. Beautiful Fluix crystals. We've got 22 of them, and we've completed another quest. Oh, I'm a professional. Okay. We have electrified energy acceptor. We need to accept energy, peeps. That's what we need to do. We need to accept some energy. You want quartz glass? Me got that. I accidentally made some earlier. Isn't that lucky? Isn't that... Oh, it's fused quartz. Oh, no. Down another rabbit hole. Oh, actually, it doesn't look so bad. Quartz powder mixed with glass. So, I need to get on that grindstone again. I need to get on that crank. You already have that, says Shenanigans. You already have the power acceptor. Well, since it's very simple to craft, I will... Oh, do we? I will take this cheaty one. Okay, I type power, it's energy acceptor. I will take this very cheaty one right here. That's why I've already done it, I guess. Now I've got a vibration chamber. Excellent. I always wanted one of those. Energized. We've got to make a charger. We've got to make crystal... Right, we're going to lose track of what we've got to do. Charger first. That looks very, very simple. Look, peeps, we're doing it. We're doing applied energistics. It's brilliant. Okay, claim that. Now we've got to do a battery for Emmy. An energy cell. Oh, harmless, you say? Oh, we still haven't done this one. Let's do that one. Fixture next. We've got to make 2 of them. And there they are. Oh, very simple. Very simple. Suits you, sir. Right. I'll take one of each. Thanks. Thanks. Claiming. I'm claiming all the things. Okay, so now we're going to do a battery, which was called the energy cell. We need some of that quartz glass. And I think I saw some Fluix stuff there. You've had the energy acceptor in storage system. Wait a minute. Yeah, that was a minute ago that we did that. Did chat freeze for me, perhaps? Oh, I think chat's frozen. Okay, bananas in chat. Yep, chat looks like it's frozen. Matsabu is here, resubscribing for 13 months. Matsabu, thank you ever so much for 13 months of support, dude. Appreciate that. Cuplex there with bananas, Blackjack, Father Apocalypse. Maybe everyone just stopped talking for a minute. Maybe everyone in chat was so amazed with what I was doing, they all stopped talking. That is precisely what happened to Suma. Thank you for the bananas in chat, peeps. Means that we're live on twitch.tv. And it broke! Oh, it broke. Oh dear, it broke my spirit too. Now I've got to make another one. Ugh. Come on. Come on. There we go, that's the spirit. Right, get cranking. Why not use the crusher? What a great suggestion. What a great suggestion. Does that do the same thing then? Fluix dust, lovely. It doesn't move it out of here either. Look up building gadgets, says Macintosh. I am currently distracted by the energy cell, my friend. And there are multiple levels of them. Charged quartz, regular quartz, quartz glass. So we need that nether powder and that glass going on. Let's, I think I'd rather use the nether powder. But where did all my nether powder go? Or quartz powder even. Let's just make some. Right, now can I trust you not to smelt? Oh, you're going to smelt, aren't you? So what if I went and did that for a moment? That's the way you do it. That is the way you do it. Okay, let's go ahead and use that over here. And now we can make 4 of them. I don't have glass. What are you talking about? How do I keep running out of glass in this game? I do not know. I do not know how I keep running out. How are you finding the pack? Would you recommend it to someone who's not played modded since Tech It days? Much love, says Ham Toasty. You know, I don't know if there's something easier to learn from, so I'd say if you're willing to play at your own pace, just focus on having fun and picking up the mods. The quest book helps. It's not too involved, the quest book. I'd say it's pretty good for a beginner, but you'd have to be a bit intuitive perhaps. Oh wait, what am I doing? This thing is over here. Okay, so we've got one of those. Now we're going to make some of that. Beautiful. And that's it. You know, give me my rewards. Thank you. Okay, then we got the Crystal Growth Accelerator and the ME Toggle Bus. So we need an accelerator. Actually, let's type in crystal. That thing right there. Oh, it's getting complicated all of a sudden, is it? Quartz fiber, you say? Yeah, we need to just automate a bunch of this, basically. This is where having a whole bunch of machines like this... Weren't you supposed to not be doing that? Oh, I guess it's probably auto input on this. Ah, whatever. Whatever. You know, I tried. We're making silicon. Great. Hopefully we'll need that. I think what we need to do is just rip the crusher out from over here. Do we have any thermal expansion upgrades? Pulverizer even, and bring it over here. Okay, I want to make use of this. Just keep making tons of that stuff, because apparently we need it. We also need glass as well. Let's go make a... I'm going to bring more of these machines over here. That's probably what we're going to end up doing, like, soon, is remodeling this area so we've got access to all this stuff, right? Okay, let's get some sand from the old backpack that is the Dank Knoll. That's sandstone. Sand is there. And in you go. We've got noises in the ear. It's Wild Flaming Dagger. Resubscribed for 2 months. Saying 2 months and here's too many more. I love the stream and the YouTube. Keep it up. Thank you, dude. Glad you enjoy what I do. That is a cool thing that we've used before. That, I don't really know what it is, but it sounds amazing. Let's chuck that one in here. Oh, we got some lapis blocks, did we? And grab that thing. Chuck it in there, yeah. Okay, what else? I mean, look, we're accumulating a lot of AE2 stuff in here at the moment, aren't we? Those things can probably go in there. So we've got the vibration chamber. Ender offset wand is to change the position of chiseled blocks that have a 2x2 connected texture. Ah, cool. I doubt I'll be using that anytime soon. Right, so in order to make this stuff here, we need to use fluix crystals, basically, with that, which is totally doable. Let's make 3 of those. Use up that glass. Okay, so then we do that. Just grab a couple of those because we've got to make a fluix block. That's not the way to do it. Maybe that way. Yeah, there we go. And then that, which we have. Sweet. So now we have the crystal growth accelerator, and now we need the toggle. And it was the ME toggle. So ME toggle bus. That looks kind of simple, doesn't it? That looks very simple. Do we have a lever in here? No. No, we do not. And now we do for future use. Cool. ME toggle bus. We got it. We've got it. Detect, submit. Give me those growth accelerators. Right, last one is harmless. Charge staff and entropy manipulator. Entropy? Jeez, that's some high concept right there. Whenever you break someone, whenever you break something in front of someone, just look at them and say entropy. It's the best excuse. Okay, so that, my friends, requires us... Oh no, we got to inscribe. We're going down a rabbit hole. We're going down a rabbit hole. This is where I think we probably start to need to make arrays of things. This is the bit of like modded where I really start to get a little bit lost. It's just you start to need like arrays, and yeah, Mino have array, right? Like you need to start doing things in bulk, and I'm not quite sure where that process starts, I guess. Now, you should really know that you can also use other types of woods. And that's one of the things that AE knows, which is why we're switching. Okay, not wisdom wood though. Where's the other wood that I just made, like planks? I literally just made planks, okay, and lots of them. There they are. Right, go up there, make me a bunch. 11. Apparently we've already got enough for 11. Inscriber. Sorry for all the questions. Is Emmy the storage mod? How hard is it to put together? I don't recall being in any packs I used to play years ago. Ham Toasty, apparently this AE2 stuff can get pretty hairy. But I've done it with an easier mod called Refined Storage. I think that might be an easier one to play with than AE. Let's get rid of that and put that over here and yeah, make me a bunch. Cool. Now we are getting a little bit closer to making the inscriber. Let's make a couple of those. I'm pretty sure we're going to need 1, 2. So where does this get power from? How does it work? This block looks absolute. That's not the inscriber, that's the vibration chamber. Stop vibrating. Does this thing get power from somewhere? Okay, you need Inscribe Engineer Press. Inscribe Engineering Press. Okay, we'll take that and chuck it up here, put that in there. It's got no power, peeps. It's got no power. There it is. Oh dear, AE2 has channels in this mod pack, says Cuplex. Weren't we just going to use it as like a bit of a front for interfacing with our other storage system? Like, I wasn't going to use it for automating. At least that was the plan. Okay, while we work on that, maybe we can... Hey, look, that's the thing I'm trying to do right now. So we've got to make all of the things, basically. Okay, I've got a feeling we need to convert the power. So we've got a storage cell and we've got an energy acceptor. So I'm going to put that there. Does it accept it literally from that? No idea. No idea what's going on. Maybe if we replace this and put it directly on. Probably needs a cable between it. Right click the wireless thing, says Cuplex. Oh. Oh, that's cool. It shows you where the power is going. So it's not doing that, basically. In which case we might need to use something like this stored energy cell over here. I mean, at least for the meantime, let's just see if that helps. Because then it's going in and it's going into there, yeah, and then... Hey, I mean, that thing's getting it through that one, right? And maybe this one can get it as well. But there you go, one of those. And it needs to be redstone-ified. So let's get a little bit of redstone going on. Yeah, I remember doing this a lot in the past now. Wait, did it make... What one have we got there? Oh, and then printed silicon. Right, so now we need silicon inscriber and silicon. Going down the rabbit hole, gonna get lost down here. I don't like the fact that it didn't find the inscriber. What are these things called again? And where did I put them? It's called an inscriber. And we definitely had all 4. Did I put them on my backpack? Aha! Aha! Here it is. So before we do that, a little bit of silicon. Is that the way to do it? Peeps, remembering it's in my backpack. Well done. I couldn't remember, but well done. Okay, so we're slowly getting this done. Cuplex says, does this mod pack have the advanced inscriber? Advanced card is what it's got. Okay, I think we have all of those things, but we need another energy cell apparently. So, can we make one? No, we need Fluix dust. Does it not accept the other type of dust? Don't look like it. This one over here can make... Ah, we're out of Fluix. And how was that stuff made again? I think I remember. I think we needed some quartz and some redstone. Quartz, redstone, and crystals, right? All in water. Like that. Or was it the charged ones? Hey, wait a minute. Where'd the quartz go? I know where the quartz went. That's the way you do it. Okay, now we've got 20 of those. And I think we need 4 of them to get crushed. This is so slow, says Astellian. Yeah, I know. It's complicated, and I also don't really remember or know how to, like, what's the best way to get it going. You know? But we'll get there. Anyway, one of those. Now we can make that. Okay, so we did the first one. I got no idea what this thing does, but it manipulates entropy, apparently. You know. And then we got to do the charge staff. Let's hope these things are going to be useful. At least. They've got to be useful. That's nice and easy, that one. Right, let's do that straight away. What? What? It's got to be charged? Oh. Jeez, where am I going to get a charged one from? We'll have to go looking underground, basically. And luckily for us... I mean, is that it? Yes! Yes, it is! Beautiful! This one? Also charged. That'll do. I only want a little bit for now. Need to put together a plan, really. Use your charger, you derp, says Cuplex. How do I even know it's for that? What if it was for charging up my batteries things? Jeez, Cuplex. Give me a break. Oh, you lot are ruthless with this derp stuff. Right, look, I'm completing quests. I'm doing all the good stuff. Still getting called a derp. Okay, there's dense cables and pattern terminals and blank patterns and... Oh, geez, how do we even get started here? I think we need to set up a system to make all of that stuff. Right? Maybe getting that quarry going first might be a little bit smarter. I think what we should do is make an AE chest somewhere around here. Or better yet, what was that crate? Is that a thing? Yeah, that's the thing. Let's chuck my diamonds back in there. Small crate, yeah, exactly, small. Okay, a flux-infused battle wrench, in case we need to have a battle at some point. Right, so over here, everything related to this mod now has a home, I guess. Yep, all of those, those two, and that. Right, no, that's the fused quartz. Charge quartz fixture. Okay, let's tidy up the inventory. Always good to do this. Okay, apparently I got some sulfur. No, apparently I don't got some sulfur. Those things need to go over here. Very cool. Advanced Inscriber is in the pack. It's a part of the AE2 stuff mod, says Big Popper House. Right, let's have a look for that then. Advanced Inscriber. AE2 stuff. Advanced Inscriber. Is that worth getting? Is that a thing I should make? I'm going to guess since Cuplex suggested it's got to be. So we need a couple bits more diamond, a couple bits more silicon. Silicon be there, diamond be here. Also probably redstone then. It's the best thing since Vein Miner, says Cuplex. Well, let's go ahead and grab it then. Grab it like a rabbit. So we need 2 of those things, right? That means I'll need 2 of those and that one. Okay, let's try and do this. Oh wait, does this one even work? Don't think it does. Nope. Oh no, it does. It does. Cool. Thanks. Let's make, 2 of those, please. I can't queue them up as well, which is kind of annoying. Yep, and another one. And another one. Oh yeah, what goes here like that? No. I can't remember. Oh jeez, this seems so derpy. Why did the music stop? That's really odd. Oh, it is done that way. Was I impatient? I was impatient! The mystery is solved, peeps. Don't, no, we haven't pressed the dirt button all chat, all stream. Let's not press it now, come on. Sometimes you like a derp-free one, right? Sometimes you like one without derps. I'm pretty sure that's true. Okay, let's break that inscriber. And make that then. Do we have hoppers? Hibbity hoobity hoppers. We need them. We need them. 2 to be precise. Now we have an advanced inscriber. Cuplex, does this make you happy? What does it do? What does it do? Locked. Can't be removed with automation. There was no derp, says BG Monster X1 fan. I agree. If you're on your basic ME system, you need an ME controller, some storage, ME drives, and terminals of sorts. That's the bare minimum, says Chris K Games. What I'd like to do is just hook up my... Whoa. Okay. That's something we could expect to see after a certain amount of time. We're in need of some maintenance down here. I guess we'll put our plans on hold as we need to upgrade this old thing. Oh dear. So let's check it out. We haven't backed up fully yet. That's kind of surprising. I mean, look, we've got 1 slot free, apparently. Right, let's get to work. Okay, so I need to disconnect that. No, remove the trash. Okay. Take out the filter. And then we need to go to our backpack and get a bunch of filters, basically. Okay, so let's check out this one first of all. So anything leather, gold, or lapis, will I say anything, it's certain types. So we shouldn't see the other types of lapis here though, right? So I'm going to chuck those in. So if we see any gold boots, we've got a problem, basically, is the idea. Okay, all of that stuff's going to get chucked out. Now, leather boots, chest plates and hats. You can kind of see it works because the other ones aren't in there. Okay, they're getting told. Now what we need to do is open up another filter. Do the same thing, ignore meta, ignore MBT, and start to put some other things in here like chainmail. So we need a chainmail chest plate. There's also dark steel coming through, iron. Oh my words. Steel leg. So we need steel pants and chain chest plate. There's the chain chest plate. Where are the steel pants at? There they are. Okay, let's open that up. You'll see we'll be able to do another whole set of 2 in this one. And this is just it. This is how you got to look after the system, basically. It requires that bit of maintenance. Right, what other junky things we've got coming through? Swords. Steel sword. We don't want that. Are they some sort of crazy glowstone boots? They are. Glowstone boots. Glowstone trout. What's going on here? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Glowstone boots, glowstone trousers. That'll have to do for now. Okay, and what I want to do is rather than stack the filters together, I think it'd be better if we use the controller slave in here. That'll make sense in a moment. Okay, let's clear this up again. Okay, a controller slave. Let's type it in over here. I believe this will allow us to... Wait, what's going on? It will allow us to interact with the whole thing. By the way, we got a noise in the ear from Virgil Dude, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, man. 17 minutes ago, I was totally zoned out. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Control slave, right? There it is. That should allow us to interact with this thing from further away. So let's see what we need to make it first of all. Just the comparators, that's good. Because they easy to make. Oh, now we've got to make torches and give it quartz. I think I might be out of quartz as well. I think I might be out of quartz. No, we've got loads. That's going to go into my dank knoll. And we got a noise in the ear. It's a donation here from Ash314. Ash, thank you ever so much for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Let's read your message in just a second. We got to get that controller slave. I've been lucky enough to catch most of your streams in the new year. Really enjoying the modded content. Looking forward to see your progression through this mod pack. Thank you, Ash. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. That's really good to hear. And thank you again for your donation, man. Abadol says, I'm sad because I want to subscribe, but $5 is approximately 100 in my country and not a lot. I am poor, just saying. Not anything against the rules. Dude, don't feel sad, man. I totally understand that, you know, not everything is equal. And, you know, I appreciate you just being here and enjoying it. That's what I want. You know, I want you to enjoy your time here. Don't even worry about supporting if that's not a possibility for you. And, yeah, just enjoy your time here, man. Right. Whoa, we made a cave. Let's attach this over here. So, what I think we can do is put that there and it becomes a part of all of this. So that allows us to attach a transfer node to it. We might need some extra pipe here. Okay, I'm going to attach that and yep, it's part of it. So this one that we just created will go here. Okay, and that means it's only going to take out something like that. Now, this one over here, we must remember to put our previous filter in. And then, as you can see, it's found something. We're going to attach those. I kind of need a block. Let's grab, yeah, that'll do. It's the same materials below it. Okay, and now it's going to start zapping those things out of here. So we're going to use multiple slaves and multiple transfer nodes just because... hey, look, you can see it doing its thing, right? You can just see little items popping away. That's beautiful right there. It's just zapping them out of the system. Cool. That's good. And eventually everything will go. Kind of looks like some stuff is coming in as it's taking it out. Oh, yeah, it's got some work to do here, actually. Look. This thing probably... Oh, it has an upgrade. Well, I'm pretty sure we have more upgrades in our system. Assumer, are you subscribed to other hermits on Hermitcraft, says Wolfpower? I'm subscribed to every hermit on Hermitcraft and have been for a long time. You know? One? Oh, cheeky. Yeah, give me a few. Let's stick our head down here again. Look at that. It's zapping it all away. It's beautiful. So, we kind of figured this one out, right? So what we want here is possibly... like a lot more. Is that it? Is that all I'm allowed? Okay, now we've zapped out the entire chest. So we're on top of that. And then down here, you know, do we want zombie brains? I don't know, but eventually we're going to upgrade everything with void and with upgrade. That reminds me of something. Okay. Yeah, we need more beetroots. This is why we need a storage system so we can start to automate little things like this. When it comes to beetroot, we've got a whole bunch over here. In fact, so much so, 32 times 1. We have reached the limit. We have actually reached the limit. That is kind of crazy. So I could do with 6 stacks. 1, 2, 1, 2. I like the way on the left there it tells you how much you got in total. Beetroot equals bad, says BG Monster. No, beetroots are gorgeous, man. I love beetroot in a salad. Oh, don't get me started on that. Now I want to eat. Now I want to eat. Okay, there we go. So that'll slowly get traded with over time. And we'll continue to make some emeralds, right? But we need to really kind of automate that now. So this is where we need our storage system to be a little bit more flexible. We could continue to use controller slaves and move stuff out that way. I really don't know what's best, peeps, but this is certainly doing some good. Anyway, I'm sure it's going to start to fill up with more of this stuff as there's different types of armor we haven't put in our filters yet. But what we do is we occasionally come down here and simply fix that problem. So yeah, we could, in theory, automate by moving beetroot into here and then pulling it out with a controller slave somewhere. It might not be a bad idea, you know. We could extend this stuff easily up through the floor and have our machine setups over here. We could literally have a drawer for the beetroot here, pull it up to above, have a slave there that extracts and puts the beetroots into this, and then have a output that puts the emeralds straight back into the storage system. I can work with that, probably more than I can work with AE2, funny enough. Cuplex says, controller slaves are actually pretty good as it increases your bandwidth. Maybe we should go with that kind of setup then, you know, because I can work with what we got going on down here and I can expand it. We can make it fill up this space. We can kind of go all over the place. One thing I wouldn't want to do is like throw it through too many chunks and maybe at some point keep it all chunk loaded. That's a good point actually. I need to keep my storage system chunk loaded, right? Many considerations. Let's make a few notes. Chunk load storage. Use slaves for automation. Move farm drops to storage and upgrade emeralds. So what we'll do is we'll use the emeralds that we're trying to get with beetroots to continuously upgrade these drawers. So they got void upgrades on them. That's to help from like overflowing, but eventually they'll fill up, and that's where we need the emerald upgrades. So we can get void and emerald on everything, then we have a really good storage system going on. Use slaves for automation, says Cuplex. I did just say that, didn't I? I did literally just say use slaves for automation. Maybe that's why it's called a slave, though. Cluis24 is here, gifting a sub to Abdallah El Gamal. Dude, what a nice thing to do, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you supporting the community like that. That's a wonderful thing. There you go. Abdallah, I am so butchering your name, but you can throw the butcher name in emote in chat because you're now a sub, dude. You're now a sub thanks to Cluis, aka C. Lewis. C. Lewis about it, okay? Right, peeps, we're wrapping up the stream right here. Thank you everyone ever so much for tuning in today. I hope you were entertained and enjoyed yourselves. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. Thank you to all of my Patreons. Today we're going to do a raid. We're going to do a raid on a small and random Minecraft channel in order to support, you know, just some person out there grinding away the Minecraft, having fun. Let's support someone in the community here. Did someone ask for progress? I don't know if they did, but Super Fraggle is the channel I've picked out. So be sure to hit the raid button in chat, and we will go and raid them. And they're playing modded Minecraft, so there you go, more modded. Right, that's it. Thank you ever so much. See you later. Bye bye.